Yes, people. It's been a while, but we're back. We are back. It's the Kape Don Show. Midweek madness, midweek menace, midweek. I don't know what even to say with the M, but listen, people, man. Make sure you slap the likes first thing, because I know some of you people are always late and you don't know time. But yeah, man, people, man, make sure you're getting in your thirsty as well, your drinks and all them things there, and get a cuppa and get ready to lock in for the next hour or so. But anyway, before we start the show and proceedings and talk about our beloved club, what are you saying, Kate, man? Talk to me. Talk to the people.
Yeah, I'm here, man. Obviously, not the best day. Some things going on personally, but obviously we got Arsenal to talk about, final to talk about as well, which is not something that we've been able to say for the last, I think, 6 years. I'm correct. So obviously, excitement. Probably the best team to face in the final is that team that we need to get over the hump. So I just want us to. I just want it to be Sunday, because I'm very, very excited for this game. How about you?
You know what? Speaking of excitement, yeah. Can I say that you can be excited, but also have a nervous energy as well, like a nervous excitement. So people might feel excited, but still be nervous about Man City. I don't know whether it's the greys in my beard, yeah, or me getting old, but I'm not scared of City, bro. And it sounds almost arrogant that I'm saying that. It sounds almost like you man ain't done nothing. It's almost like, you know, the brother in the street, yeah? The brother in the street that there's an OG down the road, yeah, that, you know what? If he sees you talking like that, he's going to slap you up, innit? But you're just like, I don't care. That's how I feel right now about this game. I'm not saying I don't care about the game, and obviously I want to win this game, but I don't fear City on Sunday. And I'm not saying City are a bad club. City are a very, very good team, and they can beat us on any given day. But I'm not one of these shook merchants that suck up to City every single minute. I see something this season. I've seen a lot of frailties in there, in Pep, a lot of frailties in the players, you know, that I've never ever seen before. And I think right now Arsenal have the momentum now. And I always said going into this final, yeah, that I think we'll beat them. And I'm going to stick to that. And if we lose, we lose. But I'm sticking to beating them still. What are you saying about that?
No, I think I understand exactly what you're saying. I feel like I'm excited, and there is not nerves. It's a final, isn't it? It can go any which way. It doesn't matter. You can face a on paper shite team, and still, you know, potentially you could lose that final. And City, like what you're saying, it's like your older brother when he's been able to physically, you know, then bully you, but once you get to a certain age, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to swing a bang, you kind of block it with one arm, and you give him a little shove, and he shifts, and he's like, oh, this guy's kind of strong, or this guy might be stronger than me. Do you know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. Like, it's time for us to fully, and this probably, obviously we've beaten City, and I don't think City have beaten us in 3 years, but this is a game that matters. Obviously, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't really affect the title race or anything. Obviously, City are gonna come here a wounded animal, which we've got to be wary of, because they've then got knocked out of the Champions League. The league is looking peak for them. They're in some bad form, which is why Arsenal can't just be so, and us fans can't be overzealous. But I think we can be very confident in our team and our chances, given our momentum, given the fact that we've been starving of trophies, and this is an opportunity to get one trophy over the line very early in the season, and there's still many opportunities to go. And I think I respect City, but I don't fear them. That's what
Yeah. That's the thing. Big up Rich 99 Arsenal, man. Waffle Don, big up. Sunday is the time we start winning trophies again. Yeah, man. Definitely. Go on. Who's gonna say?
You see, are you subscribing to the notion that like this has any effect on the title race, or are you just looking at individuals? Yeah, I'm the same. Do you how do you think the game will go? Now, what style of match do you think it would be played? Do you think it will be both teams going gun ho? Do you think it would be well, maybe Arteta on the Arteta side, be smart and wary, strong, it's resolute, try take it to City? Or how do you think City attack it? Do you think Pep goes tactical or he goes open?
Oh, I think I think both managers are going to do the tactical thing. You have to remember though, I think because this is a Carabao Cup, the keepers on the day will tell you everything you need to know. So if Arteta goes with Kepa and Thingy goes with Trafford, then it's going to probably be one of them games, in it, where both go for it, yeah. But if you've got like Raya and you've got Donnarumma in goal, yeah, then there's going to be a little bit of tactical. That both teams want to really win this game, and I can see us doing, the one and strong in it, and just hitting City on set pieces. I can just see us just controlling the tempo of the game. I think we'll give City a lot of the ball though. City will have a lot of the ball, and what they would do is try and counter attack us, like they did at like they played us at the Emirates this season. I think it'd be similar to that, because Haaland's not been on the greatest of form. Semenyo is yet to play against us, so we don't know what type of threat he's going to be. We don't know if he's going to be playing in the 10 or if he's going to be on the wings. That'd be interesting to see what he does there. City without Gay as well. I don't know who's going to play. Is it Stones coming back into the fold? Has Stones played? Is Stones back?
I think he's been on the bench. I don't know if he's actually played.
Been on the bench. Even if he plays, he's not going to be like match fit. So that'd be a massive mistake for him to start, or for him to. I just don't think that's a good idea for City. I just think right now, I don't think it's about the performances for us. I don't think it's about a performance on Sunday. I think it's what we've been doing all season, and that's just to get over the line. Even if the ball trickles, on Gyökeres's forehead, or Kai's shin, or Saka, off his dry ankles. Yeah, I just feel that we just need to just do the job, bro. That's all. I don't want to hear about we didn't play well. I just want to hear we got the result.
Yeah, that's I think and people don't know, I've accepted that mentality from the beginning of the season. Like for me, from when we always said this has to be the season we win and we get over the line and whatever, like that whole concept is any means necessary. Obviously, shout out TKA.
Yeah, big up TKA.
Building. Shout out obviously BBK Sports. Shout out Nems as well. All the man them in the chat, obviously big you up. Like it's one of the situations where, as you said, like we want to win, and especially in the final, you do what you need to do to win, because you never know how the game's going to be played. If it's going to be a back and forth game and attack versus attack, or it's going to be a tactical game. It's moments within the games or certain weaknesses you want to exploit. Either way, I think the way we've maneuvered Europe and the way some of these other teams, Chelsea, Man City, obviously Newcastle struggles, Liverpool struggles first leg, like Arsenal, I have to respect the way Arteta approaches games, because we've only lost 3 games all season, which is in all comps, which is mad. It's actually mad when you think about it. We played over 50 games and only 3 of them are losses, and that means we're always in games. Even in games where we're not playing well, we're in games. Like it kind of gives you a level of confidence, and I think City have kind of shown this season that they're not always in games, even if they dominate and if they're creating chances, because you're not always going to score the chances you're going to make. I think, as you said, that we just got to do what we got to do to get over the line. I think we will. I think the margins are in our favor because we can dominate them physically. We got our set piece weapon that we know City can do. City can defend well. They're a quality team and they have the know-how, which we can't be naive about at all. As fans and as players, I'm pretty sure the players won't, but as fans, like they have the know-how. Still have Pep. Still have a lot of players that have won. They won last year. I'm pretty sure FA Cup. They won FA Cup. No,
Who?
Palace won FA Cup, but the year before,
Cup, yeah.
yeah, like the year before they won FA Cup. I think like, they've been there, innit? So
how did they beat City though? Energy, innit? They matched the energy, didn't they?
Yeah, match energy, and one player who obviously was just shining, obviously scored that goal in the final. We have that player now on our team, and he understands what it means to play in these type of games. He's looking like he's growing into as well. Obviously, Eze, and those are the type of players, you know, your Eze's, obviously your Hope Sack on the day. Trossard is known to be one of those type of clutch, you know, this type of game, you know, steps up in the moment, gets, you know, finishes his chances, and this is where you want your match win. The City, you know, you have the Haaland, you got maybe a player like Cherky, but Arsenal got to do their thing, and I think we will do our thing, man. It's just about us being confident and making sure that we nullify anything City has to do in it. Kape said Monday Yankee fit. I'm looking at it. Yeah, man. I need to be comfortable today, man. Head is on Mars. This is something I wanted to ask and talk about as well. Obviously, maybe we could talk about it. TK says, I see Arteta starting Kepa. Who do you want to start and goal this game?
Man, don't ask me who's starting there. You know, who do you want? You know, it puts me right on the spot.
No. I'm saying, like, obviously,
got a thing for that. You got a thing for putting me on the spot. You know,
cool. I'll add a bit more context in it.
No. Answer the question. Answer the question because I have to answer it now. I can't just avoid the question. But I like that. I like that style of question where it's just like abs on the spot. Bam. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to start doing that to you as well, a bit more as well. Like, Kape. We winning on Sunday, but yeah, that's a bit of an easy one. But right, okay. So the question is, who do I want to start? Not who I think the manager will.
No, like who do you want to start? And by in turn, if you was Arteta, and obviously I'll give more context. There's a point. Like obviously Kepa's been our domestic cup keeper. He's played every game. Yeah. Obviously, he's got to the final. Obviously, we haven't been in the final in 6 years. Raya is our first team keeper. He's in good form, especially recently. Will definitely give you more security. And this is, I feel like we need to win this trophy. I'm not saying that if we don't win, it's the end of the world, but I would like us to take all our chances to make sure that we do win. Do you know what I mean? So, considering those things, if you were Mikel, maybe you have spoken to Kepa pre-season and said, do you know what, you're going to be my cup keeper and we're going to play all the games. Like, what would you do, like, in this moment? Because it's not like trusting Kepa is a bad thing. Like, it's not like he's crap or anything, but there's so much caveats.
So, for me, right, man, you know, part of me wants to say Raya starts just as a simple, easy answer, yeah? But you're dealing with humans and you're dealing with people, yeah? And you're dealing with someone that's been good enough to get us into the final as well.
Exactly.
And Raya could go in goal and we lose the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? But also, obviously, Kepa can as well. So Kepa's not going to be in a Champions League final unless Raya gets injured, or is going to be in the lead out, the run for the Premier League unless Raya gets injured. He may see some FA Cup games, he may not. So I think on merit, I'm sticking with Kepa in goal. And although like the obvious answer is to go with Raya, I just don't think it's right. Sometimes in life, yeah, you have to make really hard choices, but you also have to be loyal, yeah, because when you break that loyalty, then the trust is gone. And we bought Kepa in as a backup, you know, to play in these competitions. But whoever goes in goal, yeah, I don't mind anyway. I won't mind. But for me, if I'm the manager and Kepa's been in goal all this time, I'm gonna keep him. I'm gonna keep him, man. I'm gonna keep him in goal. That's what I'm gonna do.
You can keep him in goal, yeah.
Yeah, I'm keeping Kepa in goal, man. But that's my opinion.
I think I'm kind of I'm siding with you because I'm very much a human person, innit? And like, obviously, we don't know what conversations Mikel had with Kepa if he's told him, "You're my cup keeper, and doesn't matter whether we get to the final or not, we're gonna play it." And then when we get there, it's like, but Kepa, you know, right? I mean, it's kind of unfair. If there hasn't been that type of conversation, it's just been a thing where he's used him, and or maybe he's let him know, okay, if we get to the final, then it's a toss up, depending on how full the day, then it's cool. But I would play Kepa out of the sentiment, but I think like if he plays Raya, I'm not going to be there like, Mikel's a bad guy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I'm not going to be doing that either.
I'll probably, in fact, be happy that he's been ruthless and said, you know what, yeah, like there is the human side, but I'm going to deal with it later. But we got to win, man, and Kepa's got to understand he's played his part. Do you know what I mean?
Shout the chat, man. You got to be on the chat, you know, because
no, I'm just letting the conversation flow in it. BBK says obviously Arteta's navigated Europe quite well, fair play. We've won. We're the only unbeaten side in Europe this season so far.
Well, people, big up to Charles in the building. Yeah, you're saying play your best 11, yeah, but Ben White's not our best 11, and things are going to be injured, isn't it? So I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, bro, yeah, you also have to give props to the man that got you there in the first place. Rare could all start that game and mess up, bro. Get lobbed by Kepa, by what's his name? I'm playing Kepa, man. I'm putting Kepa in goal, man. As you said, I ain't gonna be angry if you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's something like either way, whoever plays, I'm not angry either way. If Kepa starts, I'm happy. If Raya starts, I'm happy. Like I'm pretty sure both of them.
It's a hard question to answer. It's not an easy question to answer.
Yeah, 100%. It's a good conversation.
The obvious thing is, as Charles says, yeah, playing your best 11, isn't it? But this is the other thing as well. Pep, is he going to play Trafford? Or is he going to play... This is why, you know, when you asked the question earlier about the two goalkeepers and how it pans out, yeah? Pep may all play Donnarumma, innit? So...
It's just...
That's a difficult question, bro.
But I think, yeah, either way, you play your best 11. I agree with what Charles is saying. I'm more in favor of playing Raya. I will say that, but more time. I'm not. We have a good enough squad where it's not like the discrepancy between 1 and 2 is so crazy. Like if Mikel
would be good enough, yeah, to deal with City. To be honest, you know, what do you think? Timber's not going to be. I don't think Timber. Do you think Timber will be available on Sunday? He looks like he's injured, bro.
I think it was like a knee to knee. It was like a knee to knee clashing. I think that's what the injury was with Ndai, which I was more worried because he's had the history of a knee injury. Obviously, those ones are weird. You never know. But I think if he was feeling something, he didn't need to play in that game against Leverkusen. Obviously, maybe that's why I said maybe Mikel. That's why maybe he probably thought maybe even more to let Ben White play because not play against Everton. You know, bring on Mascara for more the defensive side because Ndai is more of a challenge, you know, than what we're facing against Leverkusen and give him that minutes there. If Timber's, it depends. I said this question. If Timber's 100%, no, if Timber's 80% fit and Ben White is good to go, like there's nothing from off the back of the game on Tuesday, then I would start Ben White in the game because he looked good. He looked very good, and you don't want to, you don't need to. There's still more. This is not the last game of the season. Like we don't want to play Timber and then lose him for the rest of the season because we wanted to play him in the Carabao Cup final. With all due respect to the Carabao Cup final, it's not a Champions League final where you're going to say last game of the season.
That's a different argument, but still. But we still have to treat this game as
but this is what I'm saying. But this is why it's so interesting. Sorry to interrupt you. Like, our squad is so good Like maybe bar one position, you might be like, oh, like starting this player over this player is, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, and that's probably Rice. Do you know what I mean? Like the one position where you're like, whoever you're let's not start Rice, whoever you're bringing in for Rice is not gonna give you Rice, innit? Do you know what I mean? Maybe Zubimendi you can argue as well, but I think everyone else, you could say like the like for like switch. Okay, Saliba as well. Let me not be disrespectful, but like the like for like switch, you could say. Do you know what I mean? Like the next player up is not crap or anything. Do you know what I mean? Like Ben White, Timber. Ben White was our starting right back for years. Timber's been our starting right back for the last couple of years. They're both at a good level. They both are very good at different things. They both elevate the team. I don't think neither all like makes the team worse. Like I'm not worried about Ben White playing. I'm worried about Timber playing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's whoever plays, innit? But strongest 11, man. Shout out the chat, man. Everyone in. Shout out Johnny. He says big up to Kape and Don. Obviously, big up you, bro. Hope you're well. MJDD says Kepa should start. Yeah, I think it's a good conversation point. Whoever does start, I think we should be okay with whatever keeper starts. Charles says, look at the centre backs. Has
Kepa's played in finals as well, bro. Let's not.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna get to as well. Like maybe he hasn't played for Arsenal, but fam, he's played at
He played in Champions League.
He's played in
He played for Real Madrid, didn't
He's played the Champions League from Madrid. He's played for Chelsea, which I'm pretty sure he won the Champions League with them, if I'm correct. He's played at Spain at international level when he was in his pomp. Like he's an experienced keeper, by the way. It's not just because everyone has their frailties. Like just because he's not the best in the world right now doesn't mean he's not a top level keeper. Like just because he's our number 2 doesn't mean he's a top level keeper either. Like don't forget that. Which is like, at the end of the day, he whenever he's come in this season, he's done what he's needed to do. I don't think he's made any mad errors or he's chucked anything his goal. He's ball playing with his feet. It's been quite very good. We had a couple of saves here and there. Like I'm pretty sure did he? No, he didn't play. Did he play against Palace in the Carabao Cup, the one we went to penalties? Was it him that was in goal? It was him.
Was it?
It was him. Yeah, remember that penalty shoot? I was mad that when everyone was scoring the penalties, and then he ended up making the save. Yeah, it was him.
Yeah, it was him. Yeah.
Like, you trust them, man. Obviously, it's not. I at least pose the question because I think it's a good conversation point. Because some of us will kind of lead on the point that you made, the human side, and some of us will be more on, fam, we need to win, and that's what it's about. And Kepa understands the business of football, and he is second choice. So at the end of the day, it's like Madueke playing all these games, and then Saka starts, or Mascara playing all these games, final sleep. Well, are we going to be saying, oh no, Mascara has to play sleep on the bench? You'll probably have a bit less grace. Or Marino was here playing midfield, and then Rice starts. You're going to be like, oh, but it's. I think it's because it's like an interesting conversation. But at the end of the day,
I just feel from a management and a coaching perspective, yeah, because we both done. Well, you do it now, but I've been there before, yeah. I don't think I could just like. I know it's about strongest teams and stuff, yeah, but you got me to that final, bro, yeah. So I'm gonna stick with you regardless, yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Do you understand? That's what I'm gonna do as a coach. You got me to that final. Without you in goal, we wouldn't be in this final, bro.
Yeah,
and
you're on the human side. That's where I'm at. Like I feel. And I know if you've kind of been able to 6 years kind of see the kind of personality and character Mikel has.
It's Carabao Cup. It's not Champions League. It's not the last game of the season. Like, you know what I mean? Where we've got do you understand? This is
yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. I'm with you. I would play Kepa, man. I think, especially where you have to realize he don't play that many games. He's probably like maybe 10 games all season. This is probably like him playing. I don't see Kepa. I don't see it as Kepa would be the reason Arsenal. Even if he was to make one error at least to go, I still wouldn't credit him because I would say, why don't we have enough quality to go and score 2 or go and put the same amount of pressure on their goal? Like, so I'm with you, bro. But like, obviously, the keeper situation is a bit different. You have to realize Arsenal could dominate the game, or the game could be done where Kepa is not even needed, and all these kind of things, innit? Or it could be a game where he is needed, but. It's more other positions where, like as you said, if it's Gabriel and Saliba, that's a bit different. Like that's just centre back pairing, best in the world. Like it doesn't matter who you have in the centre back in depth. They're not like if it's the final, you're gonna play those two. and that's a bit different though, Charles. But shout you out. Sorry. He also says, if you're rotating 11, play Kepa. If no rotation, treating like a final. It is a final. You have to treat it like a final, anyways. But I'm just saying. I think Don, what Chan's trying to say is, you have to, like, if you imagine you are the manager, like you've told him, yeah, you're my guy, and then you get to that day, and then like he comes to work and it's like, oh yeah, he comes in, like, okay, but let me talk to you quick, bro. I'm sorry, man. Like, I know I said yesterday, but fam, thought about it, woke up this morning, it's like Kepa will smile on your face, but like, and maybe we might win a match, but at the end of the day, he's good. That's a asterisk in terms of he might leave, and it's like, oh, like, do you know what I mean? It's the little things, because you don't want the harmony to break over Carabao Cup. Imagine now Raya starts, he told Kepa he should start, we lose. Kepa becomes a bit more toxic now because he's like, I should have played, and then now he stops applying himself in training. Do you know what I mean? Or stops gym because he's like, oh, my low is broken. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's looking at Arteta. I'm not saying these professionals will be like that, but the morale and the way Arsenal vibe is feeling right now is on a high. You don't want anything to really break that. So if this is a breaking point, then it sounds mad, isn't it? It's different if Kepa was crap. But it's like what BBK says here to end the conversation on this point. It's very good problems to have, innit? It's very good problems to have. MJD said, I would like Madueke to start over Saka. Very, very interesting. I don't think I agree with that at all. Not because I don't rate Madueke, just because it's Saka, man. You have to realize, as much as Saka hasn't been to how we feel he should be. And I think because he signed a new contract now, obviously people put, and they should, undoubtedly crazy criticism on him, and every action that he does, they want it to be magical, as it should. But obviously at the same time, you have to give context. Like, Saka's very consistent in his ability to play. Maybe in the last couple of games, he hasn't shown the best of form in terms of the final ball or the shot, but you rely on him making the best decision. If we have a penalty on the pitch, you probably, if Gokos is not there, that's the guy you want the ball in hands, right? Like, the guy that's played multiple finals, international level as well. Yes, he might not have won. Like, you have to think about these moments, innit? Like, and who's ready for the moments.
I think I'm torn between the two, you know. I think I'm torn, not because of well, it is down to quality, yeah, but one seems to be, I would say, having a better season than the other, in terms of like their confidence is growing and growing and growing and growing, whilst the other one is just the other one who's usually here is just there, and it's just.
But I think, do you know what it is? Most, because that's what I say, how I level it. Most people had zero expectation for Madueke. Not you. But when we signed him, everyone was like, oh, he's dead. And obviously, everyone this season would have put a mad high expectation for Saka. And obviously, because Saka hasn't got the numbers, I think, because it's like the Salah thing. I don't think Salah played that well last season. Hence why he wasn't in any Ballon d'Or, even top 3, if I'm correct. But obviously, he got the numbers. Like,
one sec. Yeah, keep going a minute.
I don't think the performances leveled out the numbers or leveled out the credit that he got, and hence why the fall off this season, it makes sense. With Saka, I don't think the criticism to his performances is fair, because I think he's actually played well over the season. I don't think he's been outstanding in a lot of games, but I think if he had better numbers, like say if he was on course for normal Saka numbers and he's playing exactly the same way he's been playing this season, I think people change the narrative, which they say.
Okay, I need to challenge you on this, yeah, because your opinion and my opinion are going to clash in a way, because let's take away the numbers for a moment, yeah? Just take away numbers from Saka. Let's just forget the numbers. I think Saka's had good games here and there, but I don't think he's had enough good games this season. Do you understand what I mean? He's had okay games, but what I expect from Saka, yeah, is that. Yeah, you know, Saka's that player that I look like, brother.
But you know what it is, because I think I'm with you in it. I think recently, like, because I'm looking at Saka now, obviously not Saka now, I'm looking at him a bit higher, and I can tell he's also playing with that more responsibility. He's frustrated. He was frustrated on Tuesday. that he didn't score. I was looking at his body language. A lot of times, the guys wasn't passing the ball and opening up situations. Obviously, you could tell he wants to score so much because he wants to.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to just go like, oh, we won, and he wasn't like one of the reasons or the defining factors in sense of an attacking sense. But I think like there's been performances this season, Fulham away, where he carried us, Wolves at home, where he got two. Obviously, there's a lot of goals and assists that have been chalked off because of a deflection, a little toe here and there. That it changes the numbers a bit. But obviously, not even to excuse that because still the numbers are not good enough. I think the difference is, as I said, to my point, Madueke, people had no expectations of him. So when they're seeing him now and they're seeing how blistering he is, how constant he is, how on he is, and the ability that he at ease even to beat his man. I think, and it's excitement. Obviously, if you watch football, you want to see skills, you want to see guys dribbling on the ball, you want to see that in it, and at pace as well, and he does it. So it's like wow, and obviously we've got used to it now. Now he's starting to kind of level it out with some goals and some consistent moments, some good strikes as well. It helps, and I think, as I said, I'm one that talked Arsenal fans into Madueke, so I'm not even here to talk him down. I think he's just he's not as efficient for somebody that beats his man so much. He's not as efficient in the areas he gets into, and I think in the final. You want that efficiency because
I would say this season, I think there's been a less reliance on Saka because usually previous season, get out to Saka, Odegaard out to Saka do your thing, cut inside, shoot. There's been less reliance on Saka because we have the likes of Madueke now, we have the likes of Eze now that can produce moments that you saw in the Champions League game. Obviously, we're going to get into that and his goal later on in the show, but I don't think we need to rely on Saka as much now, and that's not taking anything away from his ability because Saka's still an excellent, great player. But I think because of the injury, it's gonna, players that get injured. Yeah, people don't understand. Yeah, that a player gets injured, that's been out for 3 months. It can take them almost a year to be back to that elite running. Muscle fibers and all that. It don't you just don't come back, and it's like 2-3 months you're back to your best. It can take you a whole year, bro. You know this about injury and management and all them things there, yeah? That's why I'm not thing on Saka this season because he needs time to heal. And I don't think he's had that time to really kind of like...
Yeah, it goes...
You know what I'm saying?
It goes into both. You have to think, I look at Saka and Havertz in the same way. The difference with Saka and Havertz is that Havertz has been struggling with the effect of an injury. They have the same exact injuries, maybe 3 weeks apart from each other.
He's been out of the team as well.
3 weeks at a time. But Saka's kind of had a couple of niggles here and there, but for the most part, he's played this season. And as you said, he doesn't look like his same physical self. Whether he returns to that, we'll see. But obviously, in terms of just trusting your body as a natural person, that happens. It's the same kind of patience that you have to afford to signings. Like, I've been harsh on Gokeres, and I think as I've started to naturally think about it, I think you said it like it was that 3 watch-alongs ago. You were like, end of the day, they're all new signed, whether they're in from Premier League or out from Premier League. It takes long to settle into any team, let alone Arsenal's team. So just the level of patience that us fans have to give to certain things in football has to kind of increase. But to the Saka point, obviously, because I'll get to some of the comments here. I think it's one of them ones that obviously keep the keeper situation. Obviously, and I'll put this comment here from Charlie. He said obviously Inaki and Teta will decide who's better. Obviously, that's true. But I think whoever he starts, the keeper's a bit different because keeper is keeper. Like keeper can be involved or not involved in the game. But I think everywhere else on the field, you play your best 11 because I think a lot of us want to see Noni because, as I said, the excitement of the constant dribble and the relentless dribble. But then obviously it sometimes amounts to a poor cross or a poor shot or a poor decision. And obviously, at times we see it's released a good shot or a penalty that he won controversially and all these kind of things. But I think with Saka, I would rather bring on a Noni if Saka's not playing well than to bring on a Saka in the final when Noni's not been sacked. I don't think that concept makes sense because then you're going to argue, why would you... I'd rather Saka start and then it's like he's not doing enough. Then Noni comes on with the 35 minutes zip, than it to be Noni's been starting 65 minutes and then you're like, you bring on Saka. Even if Saka wins the game, I'm going to argue that doesn't make any sense. It's like you're playing Mosquera and you have Saliba on the bench, or you're playing Norgard and Rice is on the bench because it's like, I hear it, but it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't hear the concept behind it. I understand why, because I'm loving Noni, and I've been backing Noni. Obviously, BBK knows, innit? Because we talked about that one. But I'm saying, like, end of the day, this is the moment where you need your best players, because it's experience as well. And you have to remember also the team we're going up against. Obviously, yes, they have some Menyos or Cherokes and some players in there, but they're still gonna have Fodens and a Rodri and a Diaz and a Pep and a Haaland and players that have been in these finals.
Played wicked against Man City the first game, you know.
Yeah, when he started, I'm not no problem. Again, let me caveat like the Kepa thing. If Madueke starts in front of Saka, I'm not there losing my head either. Still, I would have preferred Saka, but I would be excited for the prospect of what Noni can bring. But I think probably even more than what Charles was trying to argue in terms of the Raya Kepa thing, I think I'll start like especially those players that have been there from like through this last 3 years. Your Salibas, your Gabriels, your Sakas. If Odegaard was fit, even I could argue I might play him. But obviously, shout Yanni says I honestly don't think having Timber. Not having Timber as an issue. City look shattered after them not getting handled by Madrid. Yeah, like that City did play well in that game in the second leg, but Arsenal driving up. Ben White, obviously, if they do start a Doku or someone, then that's a bit scary. Because obviously Doku is very pacey. I think Ben White, you have to realize, not play that many games and runs. But I think at the same time, if Timber's not fit, like you might want Ben White's quality on the ball and his ability to kind of keep us on the ball to neutralize what maybe a Doku can give. Charles says, we are talking about this. This will probably be agreed months ago. It's not a thing. Yeah, that's what I said. We will see on Sunday if it's a thing of what Don and I are saying. Is it a premeditated, you are my cup keeper, or is it a thing where he's just been the cup keeper, but now, hey, I didn't tell you. Because Mikel said he never promised any games to anyone. That's what I'm pretty sure I watched an interview when he was asked, like, oh, is Kepa your cup keeper? And right, he's like, I didn't promise games to anybody. Like, when players sign here, they know they're coming to compete for the places and stuff like that. Gianni says Europa and Carabao Cup final for Chelsea. Europa and Carabao Cup. Oh, you mean that he won for Chelsea? Yeah, sorry, that's my I said Champions League. You're right. BBK says Mendy was the keeper. Well, yeah, sorry, I made a mistake, guys. Thank you for correcting me, guys. Obviously, big up Flybury as well. In the chat, hope you're doing good, my bro. Hope everyone's having a good evening, by the way. Shout out Charles, big up Kape Don. More than this Kepa Raya thing, I'm concerned if our captain will play a role. Even if he's fit. Actually, let me not say that, because to be fair, Trossard hadn't played in 3 games and then he rocked up in the starting lineup, looked sharp and looked very good and looked like, and he's won me starting on that left hand side for me on Sunday. Even though I didn't even think about Trossard playing on Sunday because he hasn't been playing, but then he played against. He didn't score, but he was very, very lively. Had a lot of shots, and then he looked sharper than he has been for a lot of this calendar year. But I don't think Odegaard, because he's been out for when did he play? Was it a Leeds game?
Leeds.
That Leeds game, innit? I think he's been out for a little bit. It's almost coming up to like maybe like 6 weeks. Like, you don't just throw him in, especially where the man that is. If it would be different if Eze wasn't shining, but Eze's looked very, very warm against Leverkusen, which obviously we can transition to after the comments. So I think even if Odegaard is fit, can make the bench, I think that's just a luxury. I think he didn't get selected for the Norway games. I think I saw the reports today, so maybe he might not be fit for Sunday, but it should be okay for after the session break. Flybury says, I'm okay with Kepa playing. If he had any world-class saves to keep us in the League Cup, I would say definitely, but I still think it's fine for him to play. I think this kind of sums it up perfectly. If he was outstanding, like, clean sheets and moving mad, I think everyone would be like, yeah, fine, but I think it's been okay. BBK says Noni should 100% start, so he's with you, Don. Well, I don't know if you said 100, but obviously he said he should start. Obviously, big up Flybury, big up Gunner Street as well. Shout out you, bro. Obviously, hope you're doing well. All the man them here today. MJDD says, can we all agree that Noni should not play in the left because it's not the same when he's on the left and the right? I don't agree. I think he should play on the left. I don't think he should play on the left. No, not in this game. I mean, like in general, I think what MJD is talking about. I think because we've only seen it a couple of times, I think 2 things matter. It's who's left back. I think it has to be Lewis Skelly, because you need to give Noni that whole wide left-hand side to attack. You can't let 2 left-footed players be going down the same lane, because a left-footed player overlapping a left-footed player who's trying to go down the line doesn't make any sense. And 2, I think it depends on when we're playing a team that we want to get in behind. Because Noni is very quick. I think is it the game they played against Everton? There was one ball that when I think he should have got a foul against Keane, and he made the ball. I was like, this guy is obviously we know his pace, but he's quick, man, and we see him as a lot more of a ball to feet player. But imagine a good midfielder sliding Noni and he running into it, and his left foot smacks it from the left hand side on the strong foot already. He doesn't have to cut inside or anything. Those are the kind of little things I'm looking at. Where some games it might be needed, like the way we just watched Barcelona absolutely slaughter Newcastle with Rafinha, left-footed player on the left. I'm not saying Rafinha's Noni. He's a very mad player. Obviously, he's elevated his game as well. And Lamine Yamal on the right, another left-footed player. Like, it can work. It can work because it gives you different angles, and obviously those players can intercheck. It can work. But I'm not saying it should be the first choice, but I don't think it's a choice that we've seen a sample size enough to say it doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? Just we haven't seen enough of it working to say it does. Do you know what I mean? Shout out, Gunner Sheet says the difference between Trossard and Odegaard is that left wing. Between Trossard and Odegaard is that left wing nobody has been doing what they need to consistently. Eze is coming into his own, so Eze should start. I think he's talking in regard to if Odegaard was fit, would you start Odegaard? I wouldn't, but Trossard, I would start. Would you start Trossard or would you start?
Yeah, no, I'm going Trossard left.
Okay. Gunner Street also says I would start this front three. This is the striker position is where my head. Yeah,
no. There ain't no.
There's debate for me still. I can't lie to you. And okay, I'll give you my personally. I'll start Havertz.
I don't want to hear Jesus. I don't want to hear.
No, I will start Havertz in it. But this is my argument for why I will start Havertz and why I'll bring Gokras on. And it sounds in the stream. It sounds like, yeah, we can end the stream if we want to.
In the stream, listen.
The reason why I'll start Gokras, yeah.
I'm not saying another thing until you say Gokras.
No, I'm not saying that. I've said.
Say his name.
Whoa, pause. What's going on? Don't say that. I say no man's name like that.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
You can see me? Yeah. How can you see me? I've got the scarf.
Because your camera's on, bro. You're not blocking your camera.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Look at this. This is how you know this guy is pushing older years. Look at him. Oh my days. No, but hear me out, innit? Like, hear me out. Similar to the Noni thing, Gokras should probably start. And probably will start. I'm pretty sure Mikel, but I don't know because Havertz is Mikel's guy. I'll say like this in it. Yeah, I think I always say open space games suits Gokras more.
Do you think there's space in this game?
Reason why this is because of what City did at Emirates, where they just went into a low block, but it was after they scored one goal. But they did something I never seen Pep do in any game, let alone against Arsenal, which was go 2 banks of 5. Which is insane. Haaland was playing centre back for the whole game. So that doesn't mean if that's the kind of game that he does do, let's say City do go early, or he just says, you know, I want to keep the game level because we've been getting smoked recently. I don't think that suits Gokras because City have high level from Guehi, Diaz, high level quality centre backs. This is not a Dragusin. This is not a whoever plays for Leverkusen. Not saying that because I think Gokras was excellent against Leverkusen. He didn't score. I think that was one of probably again. I keep on saying this. He's playing.
Can you just repeat yourself one more?
I think he was excellent against Leverkusen, and that's what and you have to realize I'm not an agenda-based guy. I can call it. He didn't score. I don't need a man to score. I watched his overall game, and that's what I needed: hold up play, link up play. We created 2 very good chances. The 2 crosses left and right. Overall, his touches was better. Like his understanding, his looks very sharp. Like his dribbling even was good. Like I can't lie to you, so can't complain. But it's always caveated with level of opposition, and I'm always gonna say that matters. The styles make fights, and sometimes that is the same thing as if Noni starts because maybe Mikel thinks his ruthlessness against a Nouri or Riley is better than what maybe Saka can give. I don't think it's better, but cool. I would be with it, but I think Havertz and the experience and the link-up ability, I think might bode well for how we play football in this game, especially where there's a bit more of a chemistry with the Trossard and the Saka, and then bringing on the Gokras with more space, similar to bringing on a Noni, bringing on a Martinelli, maybe even bringing on a Max Diamond if the game needs it in that game. It's better when the game's more open. Because I don't Man City Arsenal games for the last 3-4 years, if you've all been remember it, apart from that 5-1 smoking that we gave to them, has been tactical games, been this close,
Wembley's
1-1.
Pitch though. Wembley's a big pitch.
Yeah. Obviously, you have to remember the last time we played City at Wembley, I was there. I was there. The community shield. Yeah, I watched
That was
that
a
game
good
live.
game. That was a
Yeah, I
good
watched
game.
that game. I watched that game live, and it was a tactical. I remember Havertz played strike there. That was his first game. I think his first season, and then people were thinking, "Oh, why is he playing in 9? Because he played midfield." And I remember he played excellent in that game. Pinned Stones and Diaz, lovely. We played some good football. Tim was playing left back that game. I think in the end, Cole Palmer scored a nice goal. Trossard scored a late equaliser. We won on penalties. But like those games, it's tactical games. I can see this game being, especially for first 30 minutes, sussing out who's gonna. Do you know what I mean? And you need more of your intelligent players on that pitch. It's not like Gokaras isn't intelligent, or maybe his pacing behind isn't useful, but it's like you're then also facing a Mark Gahey, experienced England international,
No, he
Ruben
won't
Diaz,
play.
Premier League mode. Huh?
He won't be playing. Yeah, he's not playing. It's
That you're right. You are right. It might be Aki, it might be Stones if he can make it, which you probably will. Maybe Pep's been saving him for this game because he's been on the bench for the last couple of games. Stones, he hasn't played. I can't remember him coming on, but
who's the brother? Who's the
well, Kushanoff.
Yeah.
Maybe they might play him and put Nunes right back. But I have a feeling he probably puts Kushanoff more right back for the defensive side.
Their problem player for me, yeah, it's that O'Reilly guy.
Yeah.
O'Reilly for me is a problem for City, you know, because he don't fear nothing, bro, and he's got everything, man.
No, he's a good player. He's got a lot of industry, but I think if he uses him left back, I think he'll be to our advantage.
Nah, he'll be in the middle with.
No, he's played him left back in the last few games. Played him left back against Real Madrid on Tuesday. Played him left back against. Who did they draw against? Who did they draw against that last game on the Premier League? West Ham. Played him left back against
He's got
Real Madrid in the first leg.
leg.
Remember the first leg when Valverde had that touch around him? He was left back in the hat trick. Like he played him left back, and I think if he plays him left back, then I think Anoni or Saka playing against a not natural left back, it will go there. I don't care how much industry he has. I think, as you said, there's no fear in that factor. But I think I like Havertz against that team. But like again, with every position I caveat, if Gokaras starts, I think, especially the form he's in as well, this calendar year, I have no problem with it. Like, I just think how the game might go, it might suit Havertz the same way it will probably suit a Saka, suit a Trossard, and those type of things, innit? If he continues in this feat that he's going in terms of his overall play, and obviously he's getting the goals I know he'll get. His overall play, he'll start to win me, but I'm not a toxic guy where it's like, oh, this guy, I hate this guy. If I'm an Arsenal player, and if he's the striker at the end of the day that was signed, that we're winning, we're looking like we're going to win silverware that we haven't won in years, and he's been a contributing factor to that. Like, I appreciate those things. I'm not just like I didn't like him or I don't rate him, so I'm not going to look at anything he does. I think that's kind of blind. Shout out Precious, shout out Steph. Obviously, everyone laughing at Waffle not able to cover the screen of his scarf.
Nah, you done me dirty there, bro, man.
I was like, what are you talking about? Huh? Yeah, I mean, weak there, bro. I was like, I can see, everyone can see. I was like, maybe am I bugging out? Or people are bugging out. Obviously, let's have a little word on, I think, a player that could decide us the game, and that is Eze. Obviously, we're watching the stream. Obviously, that goal that he scored, I don't know how many more times you've watched it. I've watched it a lot of times because, hey, knowing me, I come from that family and cut of guys that know how to strike a ball very well.
Yeah, we know.
So you know me, I like to always appreciate the ones that also have the skills. Like, do you know what I mean? And Eze's, like, the last 2 goals he scored have been belters. The Mansfield goal, similar type of top bins, and then this goal. Like, and obviously, I think, funny enough, it came up on my TL, a comp of his final last year. I seen his goal last year, similar outside the box, bang, top bin, similar type of celebration, stopped in his place. I was watching that game, he was playing it similar kind of spaces, and I guess also dropping a lot of deep, playing a lot of passes, dictating the game, which we probably were expecting to do. I think he will have a big say. Obviously, seems to like to play against City. Came on last time he played against them for us, got that assist, obviously. Came off the bench. Last time he played against them in the final, he scored. I think did he score against them in a community shield when they won the community shield Palace? I don't know if he scored against them. Someone fact check that in the chat.
Scored, didn't it?
Someone fact check that. I'm not sure. But he might have got an assist. I'm not sure. Someone fact check that. He's a big game player, man. Do you think he will be decisive in this game for us, or do you think it will be a collective as a team? Do you think he will score? Like, do you see Eze scoring on Sunday?
I don't know. Playing for Palace against City is different for Arsenal against City, isn't it? But he did come on, and I'm going back to he came on as a sub against City, and he obviously played that assist in behind for Martinelli, that lovely ball.
Yeah.
If you noticed in that game, he had to drop back a lot deeper as per usual to pick up the ball because City were playing with that low stinking
block. Yeah, so you can't. There's no space in between the lines.
Yeah, so it's difficult. If we can move the ball around quickly in midfield, Zubimendi pick up the ball, and Rice as well. I think Rice is very important in this game as well. If we can play,
this is the truth.
I think on Sunday, because I don't think Arteta's gonna go gung ho on Saturday. On Sunday. I don't think he's going to go all out mad and everything. Yeah, so we might have to be patient with Eze on Sunday.
I'm always patient. I think the big contribution factor. I think I said this point on Tuesday, both before you jumped on stream. I think when you jumped on stream, you need your build-up players to help us play the football they want to play in it. Like we need two of Lewis Skelly, White, or Saliba starting at all times if you want us to play comfortably and smoothly in all phases of play. This doesn't mean a Timber or a Mascara or a Calafiori or Kape can't play, or Gabriel, but Saliba and White, it was not by coincidence that we played a better football through the middle and centrally, and all of a sudden, I'm not saying it's because of them, but it's like they can give Zubimendi and Rice passes in areas that, and they trust their ability to make those passes and keep playing them, and then those guys get more confident, but they get in the ball and spaces quickly when they want to, and then they start turning and playing. Obviously, I think it depends how City come, because City are gonna have to respect Arsenal. Like they can't. They thought maybe they disrespected a lesser and injured Real Madrid team and got smoked. Like, so you're not gonna come and get a full, confident, hungry first opportunity to win a trophy Arsenal with basically everyone fit and us kind of purring right now, and think that you're gonna just go all guns ho and leave spaces and think you can go man on man and think we're not gonna smoke you. I think Pep will be smart. But I think, as you said, patience will be there. I think there has to be some good play. I think we have, which is why I love the manager. I love the way our team plays, because we're adaptable. If City take a game to a place that we don't expect, I'm pretty sure the players and the coach will be able to adapt, and they're ready to go there. And if it becomes an open game, it's an open game. Like, I think that's where it is. As they can be influential, but I think the whole team have to be confident play, which I think they will. Arsenal are a good Wembley team.
We don't lose.
We're a very, very good Wembley team.
He's not
we lost the Carabao Cup final there, obviously, to Birmingham. We lost there.
Never lost well.
No, Arteta's obviously only lost one. I think not lost, but the last couple of times we've been to Wembley, FA Cup, Wenger, all that stuff, we've had some joy. If you're even talking about semi-finals and FA Cups as well, so it's like there's all these things, and I think at the end of the day, Arsenal, it's just looking like the moment. I think we just got to play well. I think it's more about defending well and concentrate. Then the spaces will be there. So Man City are not going to play around football. Like, they're going to want to win. This is probably one of them best opportunities to win a silverware this season, given how it's looking. I don't see them just trying to just not win. That's why I said it's hard to know how this style is going to go. I don't think anyone can just say this is how the game's going to go. I don't think anybody can guess. It's so hard to guess, because even me that thinks it might be a tactical battle, it might be open.
The thing is as well, tactical injuries. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what's going to happen. But I was going to say this: both teams will be loving set pieces. If you saw Man City against West Ham, they're loving those corners. It's like they're almost trying to mimic what we're doing right now. The corners,
but they can't defend them though. Look at what they conceded.
They can't defend them, and that's I think that's an advantage to us. But quick fire, what will be your starting 11, man?
Cool. This is what I'll go with, and then you give me mine. Obviously, keeper, man. The keeper one is what's cooking my head still. Honestly, shout out Seth for getting that fact check. Obviously, he said Sarr Mateta scored. I think he showed. Do you know what? Ryan goal. I'm gonna go ruthless. Ryan goal. Ben White, Saliba. I'll start the same team that started again. No, Ryan goal. White, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapié, Rice, Zubimendi, Eze, Saka, Havertz, Trossard. That'd be my lineup. What about you?
Kepa, White, Gabriel, Saliba, Nkapie, Rice, Zubi, Saka, Yok, Trossard.
What's your score predictions?
You got me again, innit? 3-2 Arsenal.
Ooh,
There's gonna be goals in this game, bro.
I'm gonna go with.
Don't give me no 5-0, 4-0, bro. I'm not having that. I'm not having that, bro.
I'm gonna go with. I want to go 2-1, but I have a feeling that we're gonna win 3-1. So I'm gonna go 3-1. I think.
3-1.
I think.
So what's Gunner Street saying? 3-0.
3-0. I think it might be 3-0, but I just think obviously final. You never know. It could easily be a penalty. City could score first.
Score early, then it could be.
Yeah, I think if we score early, I think there's confidence. I think the Arsenal fans will be way louder than this. There'll be way more Arsenal fans than City fans, anyways. I think the players will want it. I think we're a better team than City. Like it's not like they've been a better team than us in years to come, but we're a better team than us this year. And for me, by a lot. Maybe the table don't show that, but I know what I know. And I put that more on Arsenal than on City, because if we took a couple of those draws that we got that shouldn't be draws or wins, then the table will reflect a bit more that distance. But win that game, man. But I'll go 3-1 to respect of City. They're gonna have Haaland, and fam, I remember in the Etihad game they only had that one chance and Haaland scored it. Like, so it could be something like that, and they have the striker that can score that one chance. Doesn't matter about form. So I'm gonna give the respect to them and say 3-1. You gone 3-2, open game. Obviously, guys, make sure you're subscribed to all the channels, Gunner Street's channels in the chat.
And you did watch it on Sunday.
Yes, schedule that. I'm gonna depend. I might have a different style. I might get my sisters in the watch along because they might want to watch the fan. Depends on.
Okay. Well,
depends on if I can. Depends if I can set it up and wire in my living room the camera and that. If not, then it'll just be me and you in it. But yeah, of course, man, we got to get that. That's gonna be 10. That's gonna be lit.
That'd be wicked, that'd be wicked. But if we weren't to win this cup final, for me, I don't think it's the end of the world. Yes, it's an opportunity and lost, but for me, I still feel that, you know what, we walk away with our heads high and we can still win this Premier League. I don't think it's going to affect morale. Yeah, we'd be disappointed for a bit, but I don't think the players are going to get to a point where they're that down and they can't win the league. But it will give City a little boost.
Yeah. I think this game, because of the league position now, obviously City will always have a boost, and obviously but obviously that boost, I guess, obviously is going to be kind of met with international break, players going off, not really being able to celebrate it with your teammates so much, and then you're coming back, and then you have Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea and City are both mud brothers trying to fight for that top four, not top four, but like Champions League position for next season, especially now there's 4 places. And I think Chelsea are going to have to play serious that game. But obviously, besides that, I think it's an isolation game. If City win that, obviously they want to kind of revive their season, because, as I said, if they don't win this, yeah, they still got FA Cup, but it's not a foregone conclusion with that. And obviously the league is looking bleak. With Arsenal, I think if we don't win it, it will be a lot of disappointment. But I think with where we're at in all these other situations, I think it just kind of regroup, because it also depends how if we lose 3-0, for example, then I can say the way we lost is more damaging than the loss. I think if you lose on penalties or you lose 2-1, like this is Man City, Haaland, the experienced team. Like, that's something. It's not a, with all due respect to Palace, for example, where you'll be way more disappointed and say, if I'm just me.
Nothing though. I don't want to give them nothing.
But yeah, I'm with you. I think it's like what I said. What we said. I want this to be. This is the gut and wrench. This is they already had a mad week where they've drawn the last 2 Premier League games. The leaders. Maybe I'm not looking at. People need to stop looking at the game and the points as 6 points. It's 9 points until it's 6 points. It's 9 points until it's 6 points, because this City have shown they didn't win the last 2 games. You can't just trust they're going to win that Palace game whenever that game gets filtered through in the calendar, or they're going to win the games before that Palace game. So it's 9 points. So if we win that, we obviously, you know how Arsenal celebrate is one up. We got the trophy, you've given us that joy, and then we go into national break. They have to sit on that not just this game, the period of Real Madrid home and away, draw to Forest, draw to West Ham. On top of that, Arsenal look at I beat you in the final, and then you go your first game back is Chelsea. It's not going to be an easy game. Stamford Bridge. Arsenal have Bournemouth at home, where they could now extend it to maybe even 11 or 12 points. Do you know what I mean? It becomes sorry, not 11, 12 points. 10 or 12 points. Like I'm here, like fam. End of the day, make sure you win. And I think this is why, but making sure you win means you don't have to go for the win in the first 20 minutes because it's a final. Just make sure you play the game how it needs to be played. So if City are going all gun ho, pressing high, then pass the ball with some quality and attack the space. If City are doing mid blockish, not pressing the first phase and letting Gabriel Silva have the ball, and it's that chess match type of game, then play the chess match. Because if we start to edge the territory, we get a corner, 2 or 3 kick. I trust our chances against their chances. Like Donnarumma hasn't looked like a great keeper, and I don't think they're gonna be able to. With no Gahey now that you've given me that, I forgot now because that's the only hope I said defensively they had to really stop us because he's quality.
Some of their players are a bit rash as well, you know. That Kusanov, he can be a bit rash as well.
And Ruben Diaz, bro.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm like. Now I'm just like, just play the game, win it. You don't know what it means because us Arsenal fans get to enjoy that for 2 or a week and a half over the international break on our streams and just thinking about the fact that we can be practicing this. Yes,
yeah.
You know me. I don't know about you. Yeah, legendary trophy lifts. Steven Gerrard, Champions League 2005. That.
Yeah.
I need a sign. I don't want when we have ours. I don't want none of this humble. I need a.
You know, people gonna cry about you celebrate the Carabao Cup. You know that's coming in it. If it happens, you know that it's coming, man.
Yeah, I think Saka should be lifting it, man. If Odegaard probably be on the bench, so if Odegaard obviously he'll be somewhere, so he win it. It should be Odegaard and Saka together. So Odegaard doesn't play. If Odegaard doesn't play, then I think it should be Saka and Odegaard together as like captain. Saka. But if Saka's probably going to play, it should be that, man. But just do the job, Arsenal, man. And boy, like for me, obviously, no. I know you don't entertain that Q word. I'm going to put the quad word, but you kind of no. Then see like this. I'll give you a caveat. If we win on Sunday, then you can kind of say it's only a treble left to go for. Do you know what I mean? Forget the quad. Do you know what I mean? And then it simplifies it being a quad. It's just a treble left to go for.
That's funny.
Do you know what I mean? But I'm saying like then that talk can kind of be more. It's not realistic until you win one, and this is the first of one. So get out of the way. Then maybe you can start flirting with the conversation as the games count down, even though it's still unlikely.
But talking about competitions, yeah. So I think FA Cup we've got
Southampton away. I think that's the first game back. You know, after the international break. You know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think the first game.
Are you comfortable? You think that's a
yeah. Me, I'm down and starting that game still.
Okay. And what about the Sporting game? Do you think that's a tough game?
Yeah, obviously they've shown their home form. They've shown the home form from being 3-0 down and winning 5-0. Like it's mad. They're the only one with the 3-0 deficit that came back this round, which is crazy. Right. I think obviously Gokeres' old team, he left in the kind of way that maybe wasn't the best. There's this type of there's a lot of little things, but at the same time we beat them last year, even with Gokeres, smoked them 5-2 at their ground. I remember that was one of our best performances in my opinion in Europe. I can remember that one vividly. I made a video about it, like really breaking down the game. If you guys go back to my channel, you can see that. I might have referenced that channel in the preview, but yes, it's one of the ones where I think it's funny enough. They have a striker called Luis Suarez, who, if you go check the amount of goals he's on, I'm not saying that then kind of puts a bit of taint on Gokeres, but if you go check the amount of goals he scored this season and in Champions League as well, if you want to then say this, and then you'll be like, because he's touching like 45 goals for Sporting this season, and he's got like 9 in champs or something like that, like or 8 in champs. So I'm not saying this is what I'm saying. The numbers, and you don't know who that guy is. This is not Luis Suarez, but this is, you know what I mean. But anyways, moving from that, I think Sporting are a good team, but just got from, as I say, I think what this round of Champions League has let me know, especially how I think Arsenal and Barcelona probably did it the best. Obviously, Bayern Munich did it the best, where they went away, smoked the team away, and then they went home and did what they need to do. But Arsenal and Barca went to the away ground. Do you just leave even kill? A draw, maybe, even if you leave with a 1-0 loss, like how Liverpool done. I'll even say Liverpool. leave with the least amount of damage, because when you have the home tie second leg, you are expected and should have that confidence to go and take the game.
Do you expect to lose though? Because I don't expect.
No,
to lose
not.
any
I'm
game.
saying when you play, like the maximum you should leave with is a 1-0 loss. You should try and aim for a 1-0 win. Hopefully, you try and aim for a 5-0 win, but that's unrealistic because if you're gonna go that open, you can leave yourself potentially open to concede. Go for a 1-0 win, keep it. Even if you get 0-0 or 1-1, you know that you take that home, and then you should have the confidence and the feel at home to handle business. Look at what Barca did to Newcastle second half. Look what Arsenal comfortably in a different way did to Leverkusen, who gave us challenges in that first game. Like, I think Sporting first leg will be difficult. That ground, leave there with where the tie is either you're winning or you have control of the tie. You don't. That Man City left themselves with no control. Tottenham left themselves with no control. Tottenham had a good showing for themselves yesterday, but you're not going to remember that 3-2 win, or City not going to remember the 2-2. Was it 2-1? They even lost. They're not going to remember the performance with 10 men because it didn't matter because the damage was done in the first leg. What about you? Are you fearful of Sporting? Or are you like?
No, I'm not fear. Listen. I don't fear no one, man. I keep telling you, bro. Yeah, I don't fear any team, and yeah, you might want to call it arrogance, but I call it confidence. So that's
and I need that payback for 22-23 Europa League. Tomiyasu said we were breaking their legs. I think was it Ramsdale getting locked from Ramsdale getting locked from halfway line and stuff, like all this jazz, like. So that's where I'm at. And then I'll be going. Gunner Street says 3-0. He says if we don't win, one Gunners for life. We go again. Yeah, that's as simple as you want to put it, man. He says I still think we bring on 2 trophies even if we lose the final. Yeah, I'm confident about that as well.
Hey, I might have to trademark that one Gunners for life. You get me? You know what I mean?
One Gunners for life. That's clean still. Down the street, you know. I've never heard that before. Michael says that's Suarez who play.
That's Suarez can play, I think.
Oh yeah, Luis Suarez. He's I think he's black. Is he black, right, or something like that, like Colombian or something? He's decent. I saw him I watched a bit of that sport. He looks decent still. He looks decent.
Oh, he's played in what? He played in La Liga.
La Liga 2, similar to Cafane, innit? They both played in La Liga 2. I think players that play in Spanish teams, they're more ball players, innit? Because those teams play football. So I always trust that they can play ball. But it also shows. Again, I'm not. This is something people think I'm saying like why I didn't even expect Gokos to come in and score 30 goals a season, because Portuguese league, if you're a decent enough player, you should be going there against these farmers and doing your thing. I can go Portuguese. I will say this: I will go Portuguese league and at least score 19 league goals, 19. Because I'll get a couple of penalties. I can put my penalties away. I can shoot. And I can create my own chances. Like I probably have more pace than some of those guys there, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Probably.
But shout everyone out. Obviously, we appreciate everyone that's been in the chat. Obviously, let me shout everyone in the chat before we wrap up. Shout out Michael. I think I don't know if you're new, Michael. If you are, obviously make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I know you're tuning in from Don's.
Hey, Gunners questioning your credentials.
19.
I bet you thought you said 90.
Well, for what?
Goals. In the
19. Yeah, gonna shoot 19 goals in the Premier League. 9 getting his high score. Now I'm saying no, I don't know what my highest scoring goal in my life. Like we're talking about going back to the younger years. I've scored 45 goals in a season, bro, when I was a bad boy striker. Right. Ever get insisted.
Let me ask you a quick question, yeah? Little quote from Arteta. He said, when asked about Eze pressing and defending, without that, you have 0 chances of playing in this Arsenal team. What do you think about that?
As expected, and I like it, man. Like I remember when I think big managers, Pep has been that way, Klopp was that way, Luis Enrique is that way. Like, fam, the defense comes first. I think Luis Enrique told Mbappe, like, fam, if you don't work, you're not going to play. And he wasn't playing in that Mbappe's last season for PSG because it was like, you're not doing work. And you've seen Dembele, Ballon d'Or winner, but you look at his eyes, the way he pressed in Champions League final like a maniac. Like, these are some of the best. You got to do the work, because end of the day, the team doesn't just flow because of the attacking stuff. The defensive solidity and foundation enables the attacking players to have the opportunities to win games and decide games so many times. This is why Arsenal have only lost 3 games this season. Like, do you know how mad it is to only lose 3 games in the season? I don't think there's any other team in Europe Barca, Bayern, whoever that haven't lost, probably lost the least amount of games all season. And maybe that's not something to flex on, but once we win, it is something to flex on because that's why it's funny because how many times in a game are we worried that we're gonna lose? We can be me and you will arguing that we're looking for the foul drip, we're not passing the ball, but we're never like, fam, we're gonna lose. Like we're just there, like we're not gonna win. Like against Everton,
United, man.
Against Everton, you were like, oh, we're not gonna score in this game, but you never said we never said we're gonna concede. You were just like, we're not gonna score. I think that is a thing that we never really kind of study because it's a thing, but ultimately, we just need to make sure that we continue how we are because this season is lining up to be special Sunday, man. I need that win. Big up, non-penalty. You think you'll get 5-7? Non-penalty, I think I can get 10 goals in the league. Big up Godfrey, man, every single time.
Non-penalties for Kape, man.
I've missed a fair share of penalties in my life. I scored a fair share of nice penalties.
I don't like penalties, man.
I like penalties, but I think I don't have a specific. I don't have a spot. Like I try to. I don't have a specific spot, and sometimes I might go top corner. Sometimes I might want to go bottom.
5-a-side pitch. You give me penalties. I'm Ronaldo, bro. On penalties in 5-a-side, but 11-a-side.
I'm probably reverse 5-a-side. I probably don't overthink it too much because I don't go for power. I try to place it.
Yeah, exactly.
But in 11-a-side, I think I place it. But see, shout out everyone. Shout out Precious. Shout out BBK. Shout out. Who else we got in here? Shout out Flybury. Shout out Gunner Street. Shout out Charles Early. Shout out Gianni. Shout out. Who else was here? Was it? This was the first comment. I can't remember. AFC, is it Arsenal? UKA.
Rich 99.
Yeah, was it. Rich 99. Shout out everyone and everyone else that's been in the chat, silent watchers, the ones who's enjoying the show as always. Obviously, I started off the show. Obviously, there's some stuff going on now. I'm feeling very low, but obviously it was a very, very great stream. It's kind of lifted the spirits up a bit as it always would be. Chatting to this legend, and let's see if he covers the camera this time. Yes, he has. One Gunners for life, as Steph says. Obviously, what's up, everyone? Go enjoy your day. Obviously, and Don. Obviously, before you go, do you have anything coming up for that watch along Sunday?
Eid's coming up, bro. So well, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, man. Maybe something with Craig. I don't know. No, I don't think.
What you guys should do, obviously, as we're exiting, make sure you go hit the like button. Go over to. If you're coming from Kape, supposed to go to Don stream, hit the like button and stream. Go subscribe if you haven't.
Leave a comment, man. Leave a comment.
And leave a comment, especially after the season. And if you haven't, and go over to my channel, subscribe, and also, guys, turn on post notifications so that way you know when we're live, you know when we dropped videos or short, or when we have something upcoming, and that way you don't even need to check. You can your phone will tell you, and you can just tune in. Yeah. So do that for us. We will have that watch along on Sunday. You know how this is. I think we have an amazing record watching along together. So hopefully it's the same for Sunday. And yeah, you guys have been amazing, man.
I'm gonna have to roll Wembley after the game, if we win.
Yeah, but if we win, I'm defo pulling up still. I'll tell you that for free. So, and I'll probably hopefully hit my phone this charge. I'll probably live stream it as well. Be out.
I'll blatantly because Wembley's just up the road from me, bro. So.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there still. I'll be there or somewhere, but I'll be there. Just to say that. But obviously, big everyone up, man. Obviously, have a lovely evening. Make sure you subscribe to the channels. See you guys next week. Hopefully,
people
for a celebratory stream show next week, innit?
Yeah, 100.
But yeah, have a great week, end to the week, and we see you guys in the next stream, man.
Hey, hold on, tell them what's coming up next week. So celebratory, and we're going to be doing some different.
Yeah, obviously, things. Like so. Here we go. We've got the watch along on Sunday. Obviously, me and Gunner Street should have a stream probably on Saturday, previewing this game as well. I haven't figured out the time. Next week, during the week, obviously, we'll be in intentional break, so maybe we'll try and get multiple streams in 1 week if we can fit some time in. There'll be some space and a lot to talk about, obviously, and hopefully it be in the Carabao Cup and start getting that quad talking, because I know Abzain's talking now, but don't let him win that one trophy. I think he starts talking the quad still, like boy 10.
Hey, that's you, the man's talk, man. I'm old man, you know what I mean? I'm happy with just one, bro. You know what I mean?
Just give me the silver and that. Hey, we move.
Come on, you Gunners!
Come on, Arsenal. We're gonna win this final, man. Everyone be confident. Whether you're watching, whether you're going to the game, whether you're watching at home, in the bar, or whatever, make sure you bring the atmosphere, bring the confidence, and just enjoy it, man. Because as much as we are entering an era where it looks like we're going to finals, you've got to appreciate these moments. You can't just get to finals in every season. So once you're there, you got to enjoy it. And hopefully the players do, and the players make us enjoy it even more by winning it. All right, guys, we're signing out. It's been your boy Kape, it's been your boy Don. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.